This is Wombat Music, and you're listening to 89.1. You just heard Need by Mudhoney, and here in the studio, I'm taking you through the rabbit hole with the gold dollars. Pew, pew, pew.
Yo.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm so happy to have you guys in here. I feel like I've been listening to you, or at least like going to your shows for maybe 2 years?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, first, can you tell me, who do we have in the studio? Where are you from? All that good stuff.
We have the lovely Hank Belcher in the house tonight.
Yes.
He plays drums, he plays guitar, he plays bass, he sings. There's other stuff he does.
So what you're saying is he doesn't need you?
Whoa. That's a serious accusation.
No.
Whoa, wait a minute. No.
But we also have Logan Mattingly, who is the king of lo-fi garage rock out of a creek. And yeah, together we are the gold dollars. Awesome guitar player, awesome hair, smells great.
Mm-hmm. So, in the band, how would you say you divvy up your roles? Like, what instruments do you play, or what is your instrumentation? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, we both play guitar, sing, and do drums. It's fun. We don't really have a plan going into anything.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just be like, I got this riff, and then we'll be riffing on it. And Hank will be like, I got this riff. And then we'll be riffing on it, and I'll be playing drums.
Yeah. We like to alternate. But I think most of the time is, I'm kind of playing drums and maybe kind of arranging, and you kind of come in with like some cool riff to kind of start off, or like a cool vocal thing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really fun watching you guys because I just see you do like a little switcheroo, and I'm like, wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, so I mean, Logan, you're also a jack of all trades over here.
Yeah. Amazing drummer as well.
Wow, look at you patting each other on the back.
Yeah.
So, thinking about your practices, are they also kind of chaotic in the way that you play? Do you have them planned, like you write something and then, show it to each other? Just, is it like a jam session?
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Like, I mean, today I just came over to steal Hank's hot water, and then I was like, hey, we got time to jam? He just goes, yeah, let's do it. And then, so like tonight we busted out like some old songs that we haven't played in a while, and then some new stuff we're working on.
Yeah. I think it's like what we're rehearsing for, like, like if we have a set list that we're definitely going to play on the show, we'll play that. But then sometimes we're just, low stakes, just jamming and writing, and then sometimes we have this tape machine in the creek. I just hit the microphone, I'm sorry. We have this tape machine in the creek, and we'll just like record like our practices, and that's actually turned into material that we've like released. So.
And when you say the creek.
Battle Creek.
Yes.
Logan is a battle creature.
I know, you're making it sound a lot cooler.
In the creek.
Yeah. We're just like out in the water, We're just trying to like throw some amps in there, some electric guitars.
That's the secret to our sound, is that we record underwater.
Yeah, that's how you get a real drippy reverb.
Yeah. It's like...
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know we were talking about this a little bit earlier. So how did you pick out the songs for the playlist we're playing tonight?
Oh, it was really hard because we only got a 30-minute playlist, and like we have a ton of different interests in bands. Like Hank picked out 3 or 4 songs, then I picked out 3 or 4 songs, and then we picked out 1 or 2 together. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's fun. I like music.
It's an interesting like set of guidelines, like, like the length, and then the no swearing, and then like also trying to pick stuff that's not like really obvious. But then at the same time, like the stuff that we're really influenced by, initially is, like he was saying earlier, is like the stuff that we listened to when we were younger, which is not as cool as the,
all the bands we found out
like
recently.
the obscure black metal bands that we see in basements and stuff, you know, that probably influence us today, you know. But yeah, like trying to find songs that mutually, like we both were influenced by, are influenced by, you know. What we were saying, there's an overlap between the stuff that we really rock with. I was about to say the F word. The stuff that we really rock with.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Venn diagram, you know. You have both of your music tastes like kind of separate, but then it seems like there's quite a bit of overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, Hank was saying earlier, he goes, dude, we should have put some hip hop on there. I'm like, you know, I don't really listen to hip hop, dude.
I mean, hey, that's fine.
Some
you
Baby
know?
Keem, just to switch it up.
Yeah, it's hard to find clean hip hop though.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever said this on air or told anybody, but yeah, so when I ask somebody to make a playlist, there are stipulations. So I'm like, hey, the song's got to be between 2 and 4 minutes, because then we got to say the station tag, and then no swearing, can't be explicit, because the FCC is like really old, and I don't think anybody's updated those rules in like 50 years. So yeah, we just gotta abide by all of these.
We love the FCC.
Yeah, woo! But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna play a couple songs for you. Next up, we got. Oh, and also, sorry, since we're your source for Radio Evolution, we play songs that aren't on any other radio. So I also asked for either to find deep cuts of well-known bands or songs by bands with fewer than 2 million listeners. So, keeping that in mind, we have Night Goat by the Melvins, and then Can You Taste the Waste by Ween.
Shabam.
Fire.
Mm-hmm.
I do know the Melvins.
They're good. I saw them at the Pyramid Scheme a couple years ago.
And Ween. Really?
Uh-huh.
How old are they now?
They're old.
Old.
Yeah.
Like the guitar player Buzzo has got like a gray afro.
Can you see yourselves rocking out when you're like 75?
I think that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Just never stop.
yeah.
People just, okay, sometimes they give you the death stare, other times they'll like try and play rock, paper, scissors with you. You get various levels of crowd interaction.
He's probably just scowling because he's walking past, like, listening to the Melvins. Like, yeah.
What is this shit? Yeah. It's like, it's not hyper pop.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's also interesting to see how well something is produced, because I feel like if it has like a higher production value, like the volume is higher, but if it's like a small like indie song, I usually have to crank it up.
Yeah.
So how are you guys feeling so far?
Good. I feel better now that it's started.
Yeah. Kind of settled into it a little bit.
Now I own this radio station.
Yeah. I can leave and then you guys can just
Yeah. What's up?
First thing you say when I leave is fuck.
Yeah.
I was joking with Hank, like I'm gonna just yell that as soon as we walk out the door tonight.
Yeah.
Just get it all out. So what's the tagline for the station? We're
89.1 WIDR FM, your source for Radio Evolution.
Radio Evolution.
Evolution. Evolving the radio. Also, apparently WIDR won the best
I saw that.
radio station in the country.
They won a bunch of awards.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, you're part wider in some capacity.
Yeah, I always have to fill out this after show report when I'm done. Then it's always asking me like, does your show feature award-winning content? And I'm like, what does that
And you're
mean?
like, oh yeah, definitely.
You gotta automatically just put yeah.
I'm like,
give me an
every
award.
show's a winner.
Yeah.
Give me an award. What could you do to get some award-winning content? Like, what could we do right now to win you an award?
I have no idea. Like,
Do some
writing
acapella.
is very vague.
Like, could we fake something, like some wrestling shit? Like, you fake having a heart attack and I resuscitate you?
It's just like unholy sounds like.
Yeah.
What was it?
Hank, you saved me.
Was it Orson Welles that did the War of the Worlds
Yeah.
thing on the radio, where people were freaking out thinking aliens were invading?
Maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe cold.
I am a little chilly.
Yeah, it gets cold here. Also, there's no lights.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's
We just
probably
get the
about
mood
to get
lighting.
really dark. I am gonna open those blinds and some stuff out. Yeah, it's kind of awkward in here at nighttime because, well, there is one light, but it's like, where is it? Oh, it's over there. It's a no.
That
these-
lamp in the corner?
Bars.
It's these 3 bars,
Yeah.
and it's just way too bright. Like, there's no need for that much light. It's like I'm in a hospital.
We could have brought a lava lamp.
Have you guys been on radio before?
No.
I was on WIDR like maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, back it was like in the booth in the back in the corner in the dark in campus.
Yeah, in the basement.
Yeah.
So you can really say live from the basement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how old are you guys?
25.
22. Just
not-
kidding.
you're not.
28.
I was like, wow, you're 5 years ago? So I didn't know you were 25. I'm trying to meet other 25-year-olds.
Well, your time is limited. I turn 26 next month.
My Logan turns 26 next week.
Dang.
Yeah.
Tell him I said happy birthday, one Logan to another.
Yeah. Wait, so when's your birthday? What day?
May 20th.
I think on my calendar.
Yeah, I should get you some sleeves or something.
You should, because I'm probably not going to buy them.
As in, like,
Because we're nerds.
tattoos? Or...
No Magic the Gathering.
Oh, you play
We're
Magic?
nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other Logan also plays Magic.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's the best game, man. I love it.
So do you play with a group, or where do you play it?
Well, he conned me into playing. He goes,
Yeah,
I'm going to buy you a commander deck and we're going to play. You're going to learn how to play.
Yeah. I play with like the homies and like my wife and stuff, and yeah, so all my homies, I try to get them to play.
What album is this off of?
Huh?
What album is this off of?
The Pod.
The pop. That like the like SpongeBob theme going?
No.
No, that's the Mullet.
The Mollusk.
Yeah. This is like the spiritual prequel to the.
I've listened to The Mollusk, I've listened to Chocolate and Cheese, I might have listened to one more album by them, but it's like everything's so different, even within one album.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that one song they have that's really weird? Spinal meningitis.
And ready?
Yeah.
You're listening to 89.1 WIDR
WIDR FM.
Yes, WIDR. Kalamazoo.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to 89.1 WIDR, where radio evolves.
Thank you so much for that intro, Logan. I know you were dying to let that out.
I'm dying.
Oh no, somebody help Hank.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and this is the gold dollars.
Should I just talk like that for the rest of
That's not who I just played though. I played Let's Shake Hands by the White Stripes and Aquarian by Sandeep.
Alright, I'm gonna get this out right now, because I can talk about the White Stripes forever.
Yeah.
They're like my favorite band, I guess. For a variety of reasons. One, I just like what Jack White does with music. Like the Third Man Records pressing plant is awesome. I love vinyl. I've got a million like vault package records that he put out. And the analog recording is cool. So that's kind of where we got inspired to do some of our recording onto tape.
Yeah. I think Jack White's pretty DIY. you know.
And you said they were kind of inspiring for, you know, the fact that, you know, for the two-piece artists out here. And yeah, it seems like there's a lot of two-piece bands in Kalamazoo is what you were mentioning.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something cool about the scene is there's so many amazing two-piece acts. And I think it's, you know, for the ease in you know, bringing people together and, you know, it just makes DIY easier. Coordinating, that was the word
Coordinating.
I was trying to think of.
Yeah, aligning 4 or 5 people's different schedules.
It's a nightmare.
Probably,
Yeah.
Right, so you just gotta, you know, call Logan. Hey, we jamming tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And I think in a town where everybody's always forming bands, you know, it's like a really cool setup. And there's so many amazing ones like us, like Drez, like Bronson Arm, Lucius Fox, Dominarian.
Shout out.
All of them. You know, Domain Master, almost
Mhm.
forgot, the homies.
The homies.
Yeah.
In 208, even though they never got back to us.
In
for playing the
Detroit,
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Logan, I know that you said that the White Stripes have been a big influence on you. So how have your music tastes evolved over time since you were, you know, younger in high school to what you listen to now? Like, is listening to that stuff you listen to high school, does it make you cringe or?
Oh
you
yeah,
down with it?
definitely. I mean, the first concert I ever went to was Disturbed.
I saw the Wiggles.
Dude, that's top tier,
Wow.
man.
Yeah.
They play fruit salad.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I was like 4.
They had to. You know, the pit opened up when they played Fruit
Oh,
Salad.
yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
crazy.
just like babies clawing onto each other.
That was where it started.
Wow.
I think like it was around high school that I got really like started making my own music like more seriously, and I got bit by like Green Day and Nirvana, and those are 2 like really like entry level like punk bands. But it's like I got really into them, and I still love a lot of that stuff. Like I really truly do think it's amazing, and then but you know you'd look at Kurt, like the t-shirts he was wearing and like the stuff that he was recommending, like Dinosaur Jr. and Black Flag and the SST stuff and Jesus Lizard and Sonic Youth and yeah, I feel like I've just been like continually digging, and now it's like in the DIY scene there's so many like really cool, you know, bands coming up like every day. I'm always posting like these little stories like just like all the records that I've listened to.
Oh yeah, what you listen to like that month, you got like a whole spreadsheet of
Yeah,
it.
oh yeah, like all the spins. Because I'm just like really nerdy, and I love like every day finding new stuff to listen to. Because in the underground, like it's literally pretty much endless. You couldn't, if you wanted to, listen to every single dope record, like in any genre niche. You know, you couldn't possibly listen to all the cool bands. So it's like every day I'm just trying to do it anyways. So, yeah.
So how do you find new music these days?
I try to avoid algorithms. I'm kind of a Luddite. I like people recommending me stuff, or yeah. That's pretty much it.
You don't let
When I was working,
Spotify play what's up next, like the recommended.
no,
like,
and I
ones.
hate what is the DJ Xavier or whatever. Like I hate him so much. Like to me, the whole appeal of something like Spotify is like curating it for yourself.
Mhm.
But I know that's not how most people feel. But yeah, I'm just like always looking for recommendations. And when I worked at the factory, you know, like people were always talking about music. I talk to bands now, like doing booking stuff. So it's kind of where it comes from. I have some homies that are just as weird about it as I am, and we trade charts and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sort of like that to an extent. Because, like, Hank, you and, like, Brock are probably my 2 main inputs for albums to listen to. But then I also like Cream Magazine has come back. That was like a magazine from the 70s. I got a subscription to that, and there's always good stuff
Yeah,
in there.
there's good stuff in there.
And I think it's cool that Haley is doing, what is it, The Void?
The Void, yeah.
The Void magazine.
Yeah,
That
Void's
thing's
awesome.
cool.
Shout out the Void. There's lots of art on that website. There are photos of bands. There are upcoming band posters at thevoidkzoo.com. Thank you. And Haley also does interviews with bands, so it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's just like there's an endless influx of different artists coming at you, and you'll never have time to listen to them all.
And an endless like retrospective of bands in the scene, forever,
Mm-hmm.
Like even Kalamazoo had like crazy notable noise bands like in the 90s and stuff. There's this compilation I have, definitely can't say it on the radio, but it's
You're trying to think how to say it.
How to say it. It's called Dope, Firearms, and then a swear word, and it's like this compilation of like 90s noise rock and some like early grunge on there, and there's a bunch of bands from Kalamazoo like just doing it even back then. So, and that's true. Literally, you could like throw a pin on a map and just see like you could find like 15 amazing grindcore bands probably if you look hard enough. So.
Do either of you keep a list of bands, local bands in the scene, or keep track of that kind of thing, or?
I started a list, and
I don't
then
have a
kind of
list.
forgot about it. I thought you did. I thought you did. Have
I
a
just
huge
always
list of-
like booking stuff and like talking to bands and. But maybe I should make a list.
I mean, you've got that endless list of albums to listen to whenever somebody recommends
Yeah.
something to you.
That's how I do it. I keep a track on a notepad. But yeah.
Well, how about let's play a couple more songs here. Next up, we've got Walking on My Grave by Dead Moon, and then I'll Cut You Down by Uncle Acid and who's it by?
Deadbeats.
The Deadbeats. Yes. It can't be Dead Bots. That wouldn't make sense. Okay.
Can you say Juggalo?
And you're listening to 89.1
WIDR FM. We're evolving the radio.
Whoa!
Someone just looked in the window
It's
like
so
they're crazy.
evolved. Can you even take it?
It's so evolved.
Yep. It's
We're
cool.
evolving it right now. Everybody walking past.
That fits.
Yeah.
That
Do you ever
fits
call
all
people
around.
out like as they walk past? Because they can hear us, right?
Yeah, they can hear us out there.
Hey, you guys.
What are you, Slop from the
It's
Goonies?
good.
Hey, you guys.
Hey,
We're on the
you.
radio. Yo, Western, that hockey game. Yo. Sorry, I'm having too much fun. You shouldn't have let me do this.
Yo, yo, yo!
What's
I mean,
good?
The Bears
What a
are
dog.
off
Go
inside.
Bears.
Oh, man.
Go Bears. Are you seriously wearing a bear? Well, I guess. We're in Kalamazoo.
Not in this territory. Anyway, so you just heard Walking on My Grave by Dead Moon and I'll Cut You Down by Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats. Yo.
Yeah.
Okay, I just have a few more questions for y'all. So, I know that you have some music up on streaming platforms right now. Do you have anything else like planned in the works?
Yes.
As far as recording goes, or singles are going to be dropped?
Yeah. So we just released a single called The Abyss. When was that? Like a month ago?
March 28th, something like that.
Yeah. And then
Yo.
that was recorded here at the Western Studio by Parker Freeman. And then we got 2 more singles recorded there coming out. The next one is called Arby's. That comes out on April 25th.
Arby's.
And then Bear Trap Blues. That comes out May 29th.
Yeah.
I love how sometimes you just have really goofy lyrics.
Yeah.
I love the song, Please Don't Feed the Geese.
We were just talking about that. We saw a
There's
bunch of geese out here.
there.
And I was like, you better not
That was
feed
ironic.
those guys. Yeah. Mm.
So, who does most of the lyric writing for the band? Or do you kind of switch off roles?
I think it's like
Yeah, I mean,
whoever wrote the riff probably is writing the lyrics.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I yell stuff from the back of a kit. I don't know if that
Yeah.
counts.
Like Punk Sucks.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. It's a punk song. Complaining about punk.
Yeah.
Which is very punk when you think about it.
It is.
Mhm.
Well, how about we play a couple of your songs? I think it's time.
yeah.
So we're gonna play 6 Minutes to Home. I only live 6 minutes away.
Wow.
You are farther away than I. And then your new single, The Abyss, just came out a couple weeks ago. All right. And
Let's
you're
do it.
listening to 89.1 WIDR
FM. You're evolving the radio.
And we are deep in the rabbit
Deep
hole.
in the rabbit hole.
With the gold dollars. And here are the gold dollars.
425 Arby's.
You're listening to
89.1 WIDR FM. We're evolving the radio, y'all.
Do you feel evolved yet?
Yeah, I started growing gills. Gonna return to the
Yeah,
water.
Yeah, we're going back to the water. That's a better place to be than land
Yeah.
right now. But yeah, you just heard the gold dollars. You heard 6 Minutes to Home, which is a live recording that I believe you said you did on a tape recorder?
Yeah, on a tape machine.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then The Abyss, which is your more recently recorded song, which sounds a lot different, but I mean, hey, I dig them both, and
Yeah.
now I'm like sleepy. And I like that saxophone you had in there. Logan, you said you're just learning saxophone, which that's awesome.
You could say that.
You're like, I don't know if I use those exact words,
Mhm.
but
Well, I've never had so much fun like messing up on an instrument before. Like,
yeah.
you just feel powerful when you hold a saxophone.
we just walk down the street holding a saxophone, like you
Mhm.
don't actually know how to play it.
Oh yeah,
And-
You've got the swag.
Yeah, you got the shades on, and you're just 10 points cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a jazzy cat.
But yeah, so we're getting to the end of our show here. Wanted to ask, do you have any upcoming shows, or what's the future look like for the gold dollars?
So 4/25, April 25th, we are putting out a single called Arby's. And we intend to capture the attention of the Arby's Corporation and the people that run their social media. And we intend to get that in a commercial and make money. Because Logan wrote this hilarious, crazy, awesome song about Arby's, where you're basically just screaming the menu items.
Yeah.
Beef and cheddar!
Yeah. It's gonna blow. It's gonna blow everybody away when it comes out 4/25, and we need to make Arby's social media aware that this exists.
Yeah, Arby's Canada's already commented on
We were
the
going.
post.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have their attention of the Canadian Arby's.
You gotta share the post. I know I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can make a TikTok.
You.
Well, it doesn't have to be, but I mean,
I'm just kidding.
Okay, have you seen like the weird stuff that all these corporations are doing? Like the videos, like okay, there was Nutter Butter, and Nutter Butter was making some.
Nutter Butter's making memes.
They're making off the rails videos, like completely insane. It's like they just said to the social media guy, they're like, run with it, do whatever you want. And it's these experimental short films. Almost looks like, I don't know, like a collage art. And I don't even know how to describe it. It's very disturbing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, something like
That's
that
the
could be
future.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The way I think about it is if we sell out and get an Arby's commercial, how much like cool music could that fund? You know.
Maybe the video is just like you going to Arby's and then buying everything on the menu and then throwing it
Dude.
all
Imagine-
like, as you yell them out.
Yeah,
Even if they
we
just-
thought about that. Like
Yeah.
we need to bring Arby's
some
like to the
sliders,
shows.
yeah.
Like, do you think people would be mad if we threw warm Arby's products at people while the music was playing? Like,
No, I mean, people
you'd be
are
happy?
hungry at shows. Yeah, if I'd be in like a hot, sweaty basement, I'd be like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, if you just got a beef and cheddar beamed at you, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, thanks.
Okay, well then that's the plan. Come to our next show in May at Shakespeare, May's 29th, and we'll
There's-
throw Arby's at you.
Yeah, there's a show. You said what? May 29th.
May
at
29th,
TV
Gold Dollars.
station?
Well, not the TV station no more. That's the one that
Oh, okay.
is not happening. But 5:29 at Shakes.
Oh, Shakes. Yes.
Yes.
That's Shakespeare's.
And then tomorrow, my other band Hoffa is playing at Shakespeare's.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah, everybody should come to that so that they do more cool live music. And yeah, we're definitely gonna record some more, probably in the kind of DIY tape format and in the kind of still DIY but multi-track, multiple microphones, you know, hi-fi format. Yeah. What else, Logan? We have another single that's gonna come out.
Oh yeah,
for
Bear Trap.
Bear Trap for the show in May.
That'll be fun.
That will exist on social media or
Yes.
on streaming platforms. And our album from last year, 1 year after, recorded live, is up on streaming and Spotify. Shout out T-Dog, who played that song for you, homie, if you're listening.
Love you, Trevor.
Love you, Trevor.
I'm gonna shout out my grandma. I think she's listening. I think I stopped by her place and
Oh,
had the
shout
radio
out-
station turned on.
Shout out, bro.
Logan's grandma.
Logan's
Thanks for
grandma.
tuning in.
Shout out my wife if she's listening.
Mm.
I love you, Kyla.
Well, yeah, I can't wait to see where this project goes, and it's been awesome having you here in the station. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
I was nervous for nothing. It was awesome.
yeah, and maybe when you have some more music out, you can have you back in.
We'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get to bed. Got an early morning tomorrow, but
Thanks for coming in.
yeah.
And
And
thanks for having us.
this has been Through the Rabbit Hole with the Gold Dollars.
89.1
WIDR FM. Evolving the radio.